This is renttv, and this is the canceled show. And today I want to talk about Kodak Black, right? The situation with Kodak Black. Let's talk about the situation with Kodak Black. It's like there's this thing around him now where everybody think he's like this druggie that just needs help, or bro basically is out here just looking like, or they're presenting him. It's like there's this crackhead vibe. There's this crackhead vibe around him. There's this crackhead vibe around him, bro. And it's like you could never kind of tell, bro. Like, I'm not into, like, it's hard to judge people from a distance, bro. But I'm going to present it this way, right? From where I see it, right? I can't tell if bro is a crackhead or not. I'm not around him. I don't know, bro. But one thing I will say is that I feel like he's playing into it, right? Where he's becoming the character. Like, he's gone where I feel like it's gone from Kodak Black to Kodak Black to character, bro. Where I feel like now it's almost like a character he's playing. Where I see certain type of, it's like he's playing into it. Where I see certain type of things he does where it's just like, bro, like, why are you presenting yourself like a crackhead, bro? Like, why are you fitting into this crackhead vibes? Like, I don't understand. Like, bro, you make good music. Like, you're actually a good artist. Why do you want to present yourself like a crackhead, bro? You feel me? It's like, why is that the image that you choosing to be on? Like Kodak the crackhead. Like, why, bro? Like that's what I peep. Like, it was like, it's almost like, bro, it's like on some, yeah, I am a crackhead. Like I get it. You can like be like, man, people could think what they want. That's one thing. But I feel like he's playing into it. It was just like, bro, like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, why are you doing that? Like, that's what I peep about him. So I don't know if he's really on that, but what I see, bro, what I sense, bro, is that he's playing into it. Like, and it's like, bro, why are you doing that? You know, but hey, I don't know, bro. I'm not in bro's life. I don't know what he got going on. But that's the only thing I would say about that is like, bro, you're gonna get attention on your music regardless, bro. You Kodak Black, bro. Like, people mess with your music, bro. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I feel like to a certain degree too, he feels like people don't respect them the way they should musically, bro. I feel like he feels like that from what I've seen. Like, a lot of conversations that they should probably put him in, he's not in that conversation. People don't put him in that in those conversations where people act like bro ain't even like that. Like, they're messing with other people, and it's like, nah, bro. He's actually good at what he does, bro. But they don't ever put him in those conversations ever, bro. And I feel like he feels that, and he senses that, and he knows that. And that's kind of sad. It's just like, he should be in those conversations, bro. He should be in those conversations, but they always leave him out. You don't see him at award shows. And people could be like, man, he's acting like a crackhead, so why would he be there? No, even before the crackhead vibes, y'all ain't putting him in, like, he wasn't at award shows. No, he wasn't getting nominated for, and I'm not saying that's like, cause I wouldn't care about awards and shit, but appreciation sometimes is good when you make art, you know, where it's like, it's visible. Like, visible appreciation sometimes is good when you make art, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people just, there's other people who he's better than at what he does. They get shown way more appreciation than he does. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people like those other people's personalities more, or those other people artists are more willing to do certain things he might not be willing to do, or he's willing to do other things that certain people might not want around them. I don't know, bro, but they don't really appreciate him or show him that appreciation as much as they do other people that he's better. He's better than as far as that what people that do the same thing he does, bro. And that's a fact. That's a fact. But I guess like he aligns with certain people and certain things where people just like, we can't mess with you because of that. But art is art, bro. Like, I don't know when people are gonna realize and accept the fact that artists are usually crazy, bro. I feel like people are still trying to act like they don't understand that artists are crazy, bro. Most artists are crazy, bro. Or, I mean, crazy is just a simple word to use, but I don't even think crazy is a bad word anymore, bro, if you ask me. But what I'm really trying to say is most artists, they're artists because they don't think or do things like the norm. They're usually far from the norm or not like the norm. You know what I'm saying? People act like they don't know that. Like they're still trying to figure it out. Like, no, bro. So it's like, yeah, of course, there's a difference between doing things that's crime. I'm not talking about him doing crime and none of that. I'm just speaking generally. There's a difference between you doing crime and doing things that's illegal, and it is a difference between you just an abnormal motherfucker, bro. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. Most artists are abnormal, bro. And people still act like they don't understand that. Like, like they're not gonna do what you would do. They're not gonna do. That's why they're artists, bro. That's why they are where they at. Cause they wouldn't do what you would do. Just like you probably can't do what they would do, or you wouldn't do it the way they do it. The way they do things is the reason why they're at where they're at. Because sometimes your brain has to be wired a certain way, bro, for you to even make the type of music you make that stands out compared to everybody else. And it's not just, and that type of stuff, bro, it reflects in other things you do. It's not just in the music. So people will like your music, but then when that same energy you use to make that music that stands out, that makes people feel all these emotions, when you show that in other things in your life, sometimes people they start tweaking like, oh, how could he do that, bro? Like, why you think he makes the music he makes, bro? Why you think artists make the music they make, bro? Their brains are wired a certain way, bro. That's why they could do that, bro. And it's not just about the music, bro. It's a lifestyle, bro, sometimes, bro. And people act like, oh, it's like, bro. Again, that's different from someone doing crime, or let's take crime out of the picture. Someone doing something that's ethically wrong. And I don't even want to say ethically wrong because ethics, it depends. But yeah, there's ethics. I feel like that the everyday person or the average human being knows about. But then but outside of that, it's different for different people, different places, the ethics thing. It's just morally, like there's a difference between people doing something, even that, bro, it's tricky, bro. It's just, right or wrong. When someone, like, say, if you do something that just everybody knows, okay, man, that's like, you don't do that to another person. That's different than someone just, like, if you get what I'm saying, like, your political view is just your political view, bro. Like, speaking of Kodak, I feel like that's one thing I feel like a lot of people don't mess with him for is his political view. But that's just, I feel like that doesn't really matter, bro. If you ask me, bro, that's just, that's no reason for you not to listen to his music. That's weird to me. Yeah, he says certain things, like as far as like when he made that comment, I feel like a lot of people are still mad about oh, I don't want how he said he didn't want a dark joint because he's already dark, and people felt the way about that, and a lot of people held that against him. And then the thing too he said about Lauren, but then he said something crazy about that. It's like I feel like people just get mad sometimes and they don't they're so mad sometimes they don't even want to know why you said what you said. They don't want to hear your explanation, and they don't want to hear reasoning sometimes. With the Lauren thing, he was like, bro, like other people were doing it, I just said it. Like the Trump thing don't matter to me, bro. Like that's just who he messed with politically, like, bro. And that man got him out of jail, bro. and the funny thing is, people were more mad about him when he did it then, and then Trump did that for a whole bunch of people after. People weren't even that mad. So sometimes when you're the first to do something, you get so much flack for it that the people who come and do it after, they get praised for it, or nobody says nothing. People just look the other way. You know what I'm saying? And the comment he made about the skin thing, I feel like a lot of people live like that. He just said it again. I think maybe that's his problem, bro. I don't even call it a problem. Maybe that's the thing with him that people don't like, that rubs people the wrong way. No, did he? Where he says things that other people won't say, but they're doing. You feel what I'm saying? Like he would say it, but if you look around, especially in the environment he's in, they all doing it. But he's just the one that says it, bro. And then when he says it, it's like, oh man, how could he say that? But it's like, bro, look at the environment, but they all doing it, bro. I'm not saying they all think like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they all doing it. All right, I'm done. But this is the casual show though, so I can talk about whatever, bro. Like, you know, like if it get cancer, nigga, I'm like, cool. Like, it is what it is. It's called a casual show. It's supposed to get canceled, nigga. So I don't care, bro. Like.